My name is Naomi Carter, and I'm 32 years old. Looking back, I should have walked away that night. Adrian lifted his glass and smiled like the room belonged to him. Naomi? He said. She sits in a tiny cubicle pushing papers all day. A few people laughed. One of them added, So she keeps the real workers organized? Adrian laughed with them. He didn't look at me. I kept my hand steady on my wine glass. Very boring work, yes, I said. That was enough to relax him. He touched the back of my chair and kept talking like nothing had happened. I said almost nothing for the rest of dinner. I just watched. The expensive plates, the soft lighting, the people pretending cruelty was charm. On the drive home, he glanced at me. You know they were joking, right? Of course, I said. He nodded, satisfied. That was the moment I stopped loving him. What Adrian didn't know was that I had already been offered a senior role in another city, bigger title, better salary, immediate relocation. The paperwork was already moving. I had only been deciding. After that dinner, I decided. I didn't tell him. I let him keep thinking I was exactly where he left me. Predictable, safe, useful. Instead, I prepared quietly. I turned off the automatic rent payment from my account, canceled the shared services tied to my cards, moved my documents first, then my clothes, then everything that mattered. I left visible things behind so the apartment would still look normal. Adrian noticed nothing. He was too busy talking about Clara. She's ambitious, he said. You could learn something from her. I'm glad you're impressed, I replied. He wanted jealousy. I gave him calm. A few nights later, I heard him in the living room. Naomi's sweet, he said. Stable. She's not going anywhere. I stood in the hallway and listened until he laughed. That was the final piece. The rent date came. The payment didn't. Did the rent go through, he called. Not sure. You should check, I said. He barely reacted. Probably a delay. He thought systems ran themselves. He never wondered who had been holding everything together. The morning I left, I woke before dawn and walked out without a note. By the time his alarm went off, I was already at the airport. By the time he sat up, I was in the air. He still didn't understand anything was wrong. Not until he went to my office. He expected to find me where he left me. The same desk, the same cubicle life he had mocked. Instead, my desk was empty. Where's Naomi? He asked. She transferred. Senior role. New city. She already left, my coworker said. He just stared. She didn't tell you? That was when he understood. I hadn't forgotten. I chose not to tell him. My phone lit up immediately. Naomi, I'm at your office. Why didn't you tell me? Then, can we talk? Then, please answer. I let him wait. Then I sent one message. Don't worry, Adrian. I found a better opportunity. You understand, right? He called right after. Voicemail. Again. Voicemail. By the time he got home, the apartment was telling the truth. The rent was overdue. The services were gone. Access revoked. So he reached for Clara. No answer. Hours later, busy tonight. That was all. He called his friends, trying to sound confused. Reasonable. But they had been at that table. They had heard him. You humiliated her and thought she'd stay, Jessica said. You underestimated her, Daniel said. That was when everything started collapsing. Not all at once. Worse. Piece by piece. Messages unanswered. Accounts failing. Late notices. His voice tightening with every call. My phone kept lighting up on my desk in the new office. Missed call. Missed call. I didn't touch it. Then the messages changed. I made a mistake. Please. Naomi, answer me. I read them and said nothing. Because he didn't miss me. He missed access. Access to stability. To convenience. To someone who made his life look better than it was. By the end of the day, one more message came through. We need to talk. People are asking questions. I left it unread. And somewhere between his next missed call and the first screenshot spreading through the same social circle he had tried so hard to impress, the consequences finally started catching up to him.